Hello, my crystal fairies. It's me, Lavender Gray, here with a tarot reading. So today we have three lovely characters from One Piece, my favorite anime. Next to Haikyuu, we have Sanji, Luffy, and Zoro. And I'm so excited to have them here with us because we are looking at your dream coming true today. Whatever dream it is you have, it is coming true, and we're going to be looking at that deeper. Um, Here's the little breakdown. I have no idea what these marks are on the paper, but that's okay. Nothing's perfect. Your dream is about to come true. So excited for you. We're going to skip right to the tarot today. We'll look at these oracle cards afterward. And the spread is supposed to be a pyramid, but my cards won't fit, so we're just going to do a straight line. But the first card is the potential outcome slash the dream that you have. And if we don't like it, we're going to look at things you can change in order to bring about a different outcome. And then we re-roll if we don't like it, and we'll keep getting going until we get a card where it's like, okay, that's something I want to work towards. The second and third cards are your to-do list. Fourth is your strength. Fifth is the helping hands and the support around you. And six is your weakness and obstacles to work on. Then we'll look at the Ancient Stones Oracle cards here. We'll look at some charms. And then I'm not sure if I want to do Fairy Whispers, but I have them here with me just in case. So I'll go into a little bit about the characters once you get to their pile, but let's introduce them. The first is Sanji, the cook of the One Piece pirate crew, the Straw Hats. We have Luffy, the captain, and my favorite character of all time. He's got his straw hat. And then Zoro, who is facing away because of his swords, but he always gets lost, so it's kind of funny that he's like facing the wrong way. But we have Zoro, the swordsman, and the first mate of the crew. Now take as much time as you need to choose which pile is drawing to you. You can go by that little action figure, you can go by the number, you can put your hand over each pile on the screen and see if you get any tingles or heat. If you'd like some randomization, I have a D4 here. Number 2. So if you're not sure where to start with number 2. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hi there, pile 1. If you chose Sanji as your character, then this reading is for you. So Sanji is the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates, and he is very protective of his hands, so because he cooks with them, and so he only kicks his enemies. He only uses his feet to fight, and it's very funny and very cool. His dream is to find something called the All Blue. Now, in the One Piece universe, it's mostly ocean on the planet, and there's 4 seas called the Blues, the North, South, East, and West Blue, and then there's this mythical ocean called the All Blue, where all 4 oceans meet, and there are fish from all the different oceans, which is a cook's paradise because of how much different food they can make. So that is his dream. Let me see. Oh, look, he's so cute. Ah, okay. My boyfriend got these for me, and he like brought them home one day, and I was like, oh my god, I love you. But we're going to set this card to the side. I'm going to put it over here. And then we are going to break out the tarot. This is the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. I highly recommend it, especially for beginners. And we are going to look at... Now, this is a general reading. So I'm not going to be able to get everybody's dream exactly specifically, but I think we can tune into the energy of what it is you want to accomplish or what you want to have happen to you. Oh, these cards smell so good. They smell like a Barnes & Noble. Oh, yes. That new deck smell. I've had this for a couple months, I want to say. I'm not sure, but it still smells brand new. Okay. I'll take it. So the Chariot. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. I kind of like this as your dream. I think I might want to keep it. We have red flowers and sunflowers. We have a snail, and we have some cats on her shirt. So The dream is to move forward with life, to travel physically as well, if we're taking it literally. So you might want to travel the world, which is kind of like Sanji's dream. But I'm also wearing my Skull and Crossbones pirate ring to celebrate the One Piece reading. But let's see, the chariot is to move forward with your career, to keep achieving higher successes. Um, this is moving forward in love as well. I think you just want to like deepen your experiences of life and you want to experience all that life has to offer. I'm getting like eat pray love vibes where you travel to places and you just like soak in the culture and the nature that you come across. I'm seeing the ocean. Um, I think you want to have lots of adventures in your life. I think you want to just live a wild life of love and adventure. There's a warning here with the chariot to not go too fast, to not burn so brightly and quickly, because you might just get burnt out or you might crash and burn. Though the card isn't in reverse, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But I'm thinking travel for sure, moving forward in your career. Um, Getting friendships along the way, picking up friends along the way. Okay, now we're going to look at what you can do to help this dream come true. And then we'll get some other messages after as well. What can you do to help this dream of adventure come true? And adventure might be different for everybody. It might be adventures in romance, adventures in friendships, adventures in what you do for work, adventures in spirituality. Nine of Pentacles, pause and savor the results of your success. And Eight of Cups in reverse, if your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. Okay, yes, another literal travel card. Um, so we have this person resting in a hammock with their pentacles hanging over them and they're eating an apple. They are enjoying their life. They are resting and rejuvenating, and we have fairy lights as well. Decorating your life. We have this beautiful hammock with the tassels and like pillows in the hammock too. Like this person is living a life of luxury. Um, so I'm seeing a lot of financial stability for you, a lot of financial success. Um, I see rest. I see relaxation. So you might think you don't deserve a life of luxury. You don't deserve financial wealth. You don't deserve adventure. And there's this call with the Eight of Cups of walking away, to walk away from that belief, that pattern of being like, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. I'm like, if there's anything you can take away from this reading, it's that you do deserve it. You deserve relaxation, love, money, abundance, travel, adventure. Like you deserve to live the life you want to live. And I'm sorry that it's been so hard, but things are going to lighten up soon because your to do list is rest. Your to do list is to enjoy what you've already been given, what you've already accomplished for yourself. Because you could, now this is an example, I don't know if it'll resonate, but like when you do travel, you could completely pack your itinerary with things to do, and by the end of the vacation you feel like you need another vacation to recover from it. And that might be what you like doing, but I think when you do make plans, allowing time to just like enjoy the natural world, just enjoy the hotel or the pool or whatever it is you are, to just like let yourself like physically lie down. We have her in this reclined pose. Um, and yes, just walking away from self limiting beliefs, because, like I said, you do deserve it. I'm probably going to be saying that a lot, but the chariot is also about choices. It is sometimes I guess we could say the two wheels here represented, but it is often. Oh no, we do have two cats. We have two cats on her shirt. The chariot is often pulled by two sphinxes, or two cats. So there's a black cat and a white cat, except it's blue. But so there's a blue cat and a white cat. Maybe you have a Russian blue in your life. Um, I'm jealous. I love cats, but I'm allergic and I can't have them. I'm also allergic to smoke, so I can't do candle magic. Um, But a choice is here. And I think part of your dream is to be able to make choices that sit right with you, to be able to make choices for your highest good and not have to sacrifice things. You don't have to sacrifice anything. You can have it all. Like, look at this, like, absolute luxurious decadence. All right, your strength. Queen of Pentacles, the witch is in. There's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. Oh my god, literally what I was talking about. Oh, we have a pentacle, we have an emerald, and we have a black and white rabbit in her arms. Okay. This is. I can't believe that. um, excuse me. Um, okay, so your strength. Okay. You are a very luxurious person. You are able to luxuriate in the finer things in life. You might be a bit stubborn. I'm a Taurus, so I feel that. Um, but you are also very grounded and practical. So you know when it's time to lie down and you know when it's time to get up and work. You are able to put in the work to receive success, to accomplish your goals. Um, You are very regal. You are a queen. It doesn't matter what your gender is, you just might embody this feminine, divine energy. You might have some goddesses looking out for you. Persephone is who I think of when I think of the Queen of Pentacles because she's queen of the underworld, the earth, the jewels and gems and precious metals that are found under the earth. Um, you are yeah, I'm just hearing the word luxury, luxurious, decadence, Dionysian. um you are probably really good at giving advice too. Like you might be the friend that people go to when they need advice. All right, I think I'm gonna do, should I, no, I'll do the support first. What are the helping hands around you? The Nine of Swords. We all get a bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Okay. So, first and foremost, you need to cleanse out your space because I think you might have some baddies sort of harping on you right now. We have these nine swords over her head, and she's staying up at night. It's 3 a.m., and she can't fall asleep. Um, So I think there might be energies, negative energies around you that are interrupting your sleep, maybe literally. They might be causing anxiety. You could also just like have anxiety, in which case like medicine will help. But it might be like negative energy or entities clogging up your space. So you might need to do a cleanse. Let me get a clarify. Actually, let me put this back and let's see what happens when you cleanse out your space. What support will come in for you? The Queen of Cups. Okay, I like that a lot better. Um, so things you can do to cleanse. You can sage cleanse. You can cleanse with Palo Santo, with smoke. You can cleanse with steam, making like a steam brew with herbs in it, and carrying the bowl of water around your house or wherever you live. You can cleanse with sprays. You can cleanse with bubbles. Um, you can cleanse with sound as well. Music and songs. I use songs as spells all the time. Um, there's probably other ways with crystals as well. Selenite is very cleansing. Clear quartz, black tourmaline, obsidian. Um, I have a bunch of amethyst and rose quartz. Those are my crystals of choice for the most part. Although I love all crystals, I must be honest. But okay, once you have cleansed and grounded and faced your anxieties head on to be like, okay, where is this coming from? Is this coming from inside me? Is this a negative entity trying to freak me out? Or is this something that I can face within myself and overcome? Once you have done that work, you have the Queen of Cups coming in to help. So this could be a friend, a mother figure, a guide, or a teacher. Um, this could be a spirit guide as well, or multiple spirit guides. But the Queen of Cups, we have water pictured here. She's the Queen of Water, Queen of the Ocean. Um, and that is emotions, right? Our flow, our change. The Queen of Cups is a very emotional person. She has a deep well of feelings, of knowledge as well. And she might struggle with moodiness, with mood swings, but the Queen of Cups has learned to overcome that and control her emotions and make them work for her. She is a very balanced person. Um, and we have here her enjoying the sea breeze, and you might be traveling to somewhere where there's a lot of water, and it might be very calming, very healing for you. I believe in the healing powers of water, of just being by the water. I think heals you, honestly, in my opinion. All right, and we're going to look at weakness slash obstacles coming in. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Do you feel that in your heart? That's potential, dear. Okay. Itchy. Um, so you might be afraid of starting anew. You might be afraid of traveling by yourself as well. If you are like really like, I don't want to travel by myself, I think you can manifest a friend or a partner to go with you. I think you can add that to your spell work to be like, okay, universe, I need a travel buddy, show up for me, okay? And I think someone will appear in your life that's like, yeah, let's freaking do it. Um, I also just got I thought of Japan, and I also thought of Duolingo, of being like, okay, it might also be time for you to start learning other languages. And that might be part of your dream too, is to be able to communicate with more people. But this Ace of Cups in reverse, you might actually struggle with moodiness and mood swings. I'm bipolar, so I'm right there with you. Twins. Um, but you might struggle with mood swings and overcoming your emotions, and you probably feel things very deeply, and so when something bothers you, it really bothers you. But conversely, when you're happy, you're really happy. It's about balance and temperance, being able to temper your emotions. All right, let me see what else. Well, hold on, do we have more to say? It says potential here. So, and that's funny that it came out underneath the potential outcome card, your dream card. You have the potential to achieve this dream, um, to achieve the ability to make choices that are in your best interest, to achieve the grace of not having to sacrifice things, of being able to put yourself first, while still caring about your friends and your family and your loved ones and everybody, but being able to be like, I'm making this choice for me, I think is really important. And I think there's this level of independence that you want to achieve as well. Um, you might physically really like riding a bike. Your mobility might be coming into play here. How you travel, like bike, roller skates, car, public transit, just walking. I think you want to achieve a level of independence when it comes to how you move in the world. Um, so getting the keys to a car might give you a lot of freedom if you're able to drive. Um, and I know that's sort of like a privilege of having a car because they're kind of expensive and you have to pay for the upkeep and the gas and everything. And I know not everybody can drive. So you might. I'm getting like a really bad smell, so I don't know what that's about. Um, yeah, it smells like eggs. That's really weird. Um, Maybe there's just a lot of like, not shame, but a lot of anger about your mobility. Of like, if you don't have a car or you don't have a bike and like it's hard for you to leave the house, there might be a lot of like anger about that, of being like, I want more freedom. And I think I'm not quite sure. I know that you can achieve your dream. That's what this whole reading is about. And you have two queens coming out to help you. That is so powerful. Um, you might find a friend to drive you around, and that's not quite independence. But I think you can manifest friendships in your life, partnerships that will allow you greater mobility. And I know that this mobility talk might not resonate with everybody, but there might be some of you where that's kind of hard. And I think there will be something that will gift you more independence. Can I get a card about that, please? How can we achieve more independence? Strength. Oh my God. It takes great strength to be soft. Coming out underneath the Nine of Pentacles, the rest card, the resting on your laurels, enjoying your harvest, enjoying what you have achieved, what independence you do have. This person is by herself. She is having a lot of fun by herself. So traveling, maybe not like long distances by yourself, but traveling a little bit by yourself, like maybe going to the movies or the park. Um, I mentioned going to the park in my last reading too. That's the only two places I know of that you can go to is movie theaters and parks. um, okay, so we have a number eight, strength. It takes great strength to be soft, and eight is a number of abundance. You turn it on its side, and it's an infinity sign. So infinite wealth, infinite abundance, infinite strength, infinite peace. And we have a kitty cat here. Um, so it takes great strength to be soft. Cloud gazing might be something relaxing you can do for yourself. You could also use the clouds as divination, perhaps. Cloud gazing for divination. Um, if you have a pet cat, let me know like what their name is, what color they are, how how much of a menace they are. Um, I love cats, but you will push through. You will find a way through. I'm sorry that the only way out is through, but the way you control yourself is very admirable. You have a lot of self-control. When you want something, when you set your mind to something, you achieve it. And so if you are after independence, you will find your own way to achieve it. I'm hearing you're reading books, so that might be something you're into. Okay. Now I just want some extra guidance for maybe what else your dream could entail, as well as like how to get there. The Empress, number three, there's beauty to be found in every experience. So we have three feminine rulers. We have two queens and an empress, and we have her nursing a baby here. So if you want a child, or to expand your family, this is pretty good news. We have white and red roses. So I'm there are some things I know about colors, like red is very passionate and it represents romance and love, and white can represent purity, but white can also represent death too, or it could be white light. Um, so take what resonates. Yeah, so I heard the word party too. You might be throwing parties. Um, and that might be really fun for you. That might be something that is part of your dream is being able to throw parties. That might resonate for some of you, but I'm looking at this card too, being like the party mom, being like the empress of the house, the lady of the house, no matter what your gender is. I'm hearing Lord in her one of her emails in her solar power era said the lady of the house consumes an edible. So that might be fun for you. I'm not telling you to do drugs, but you know what I mean. Um, and we have red hair for all three of these people. So you might have red hair, you might be like dyeing your hair red. You might just have redhead people or red furred animals around you. Um, you can take that as correspondence. We also have pink hair, blue hair, white hair, and dark brown hair. Um, okay, what else? The Two of Swords in reverse. Indecisive witch. Wake up. What is it that you truly want in reverse? I think you know what you want. with this card in reverse, I think you might not be able to achieve exactly everything you want right away. I think you will get what you want. You will get this independence. You will get this travel. You will get this adventure in love, in life, in friendships. I think your creative projects are going to be successful. Um, and I think this is another choices card along with the chariot. I think when you make choices with your gut feelings, that won't steer you wrong. Um, I think you are very in tune with your intuition, with your gut feelings, and it might be something as small as like, where do I put my drink, or like, what clothes do I want to wear? And like, once you tune into like the minor things in your life and being like, what direction should I walk in? Like, what color should I wear? And like, listening to your gut feeling, your intuition, your third eye chakra, which is between your brows. You can place crystals on that area as well to charge it and charge it with energy that you want to bring into your life. But I think you're very good at taking off this blindfold and being like, okay, what are my options? All right, let's research, let's get all the information, and then I can make an informed decision. Okay, the Ace of Wands. Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? Okay, we have an ace on either side. Very interesting. Um, it could be another choice, a duality here. Um, she's gonna get hot wax on her hand, just holding a candle in her bare hand. Um, okay, this is a tangent, so skip ahead if you don't care. But I grew up Catholic, and I used to be an altar server at the church. And part of the job was to light candles and then to snuff candles at the end too. And once you snuffed a candle, you would dip your finger in the wax, then you would like had hot wax on your hand, and then you would peel it off, and it would feel really cool. So I don't know why I shared that story, but this card just made me think of that, of just like hot wax. Um, Okay, 18 and up message. Hot wax, if you know what I mean. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry for saying it like that. I'm feeling like giddy right now. So maybe you've had a lot of caffeine recently. Um, but the Ace of Wands, a spark of creativity, of inspiration, a spark of romance sometimes as well, a spark of love, self love. Since it's the ace is the number of the self. It is the building block of the universe. It all starts with number one. Um, and this candle just looks like a number one, and it's the ace. So, um, do I want to pull more cards? You know I have an issue with knowing when to stop. Why don't we do another spread right here? Let's oh, okay. All right. The 5 of swords in reverse. You can't be right all of the time. And the 9 of wands in reverse. It would take a hell of a lot more to defeat you. And someone else holding a candle in their bare hands with a bunch of melted candles up top. Okay. And that's another 9 coming out over the 9 of pentacles. Um, So, part of your dream might be to solve conflict with friends. You might have an estranged friend or loved one, and you really want to make things right with them. And I think that might be part of your dream, is to make amends. And I think that that is in the cards for you, literally. We also have a Dalmatian here, and then blue flowers on her shirt. So blue flowers might be important to you. You can't be right all of the time. I think you know that. I think you know your shortcomings, and you might pay more attention to them than you should, because nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. Um, and your shortcomings might be glaringly obvious to you, but I don't think that's what most people see when they look at you or think of you. I think they see your stunning nature, your beauty, your regalness, regality maybe, um, your royal highness. Yeah, we have two people walking away, so there's some sort of argument here. In reverse, it makes me think that you're making amends maybe after an argument. If you have had a friction um, with somebody, you might not be able to heal it completely. You might not even be able to make amends with that friend, but you can also do that on your own. And I think you know that. Coming to peace with how things shook out and moving on from that and letting that wound heal and growing stronger from that. There is still that sadness because you have lost something, but you have grown from it. And this Nine of Wands here, similarly, this person has bandages on their hand and arm here. I think they might have gotten burned by these candles. There's this feeling of loss, of pain, of and there's this. I guess it's brown hair, but it looks kind of red to me. So I don't know why redheads are coming out. Maybe it's just this deck um, favors red hair, but the Nine of Wands is about protection, about standing up for what you believe in, protecting what is important to you. And what is important is your rest, is your luxury, your money even. And we have it coming over strength as well, your inner strength, your determination. And we have here unshaved legs, which I love. Okay. What else? Ten of Cups. It's okay, but sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. Yes, and we have these people at the beach, um, making sandcastles, enjoying the sun, enjoying the waves. We have some stretch marks here as well. I love this deck, and the same author and artist did an oracle deck called Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle. I used it in my last reading, the Fairy Spirit Guide reading, and I've used it a million times before. It has the crowns on the back of the cards, but I highly recommend it. It's very inclusive. Um, and the art is beautiful, and the fashion is always like gorgeous. But the Ten of Cups, okay, so, okay, once you walk away from what is draining you, you are going to find so much love and abundance waiting for you. You are going to find your friend group, your people, your tribe. You are going to be able to be surrounded by loved ones, by family and friends, by romantic partners. The Ten of Cups is romantic fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. We have a rainbow here. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a rainbow up top here. Beautiful. This is also success with your career as well, a fulfilling life. I think you will find a job that like pays you really well. That is easy for you to accomplish. Like you are able to tackle all the tasks and the problems that you have to at work. I don't know. I guess it's the cup. So there's like all these bottles. So maybe don't drink yourself to death, but like maybe it's okay to like take a load off every so often. That might not resonate with everybody, but let's see what else. What other messages about pile one's dream do we have? The Four of Swords. Why aren't you resting? With someone with a little dog on their lap and a heating pad. We have four swords over their head. Um, you Okay, you might be very busy. You might be a very busy person and you like embody this queenly energy. The witch is in, you're here to work. You're here to maybe you read tarot or other systems of divination, or you might have a magical practice. If so, let me know how it's going. I love talking spirituality. Um, but you might make the choice to be active more than resting, and that might bite you in the butt sometimes because if you don't rest, your body will pick a day to rest for you, and it'll take more time to recover than if you had just rested in the first place. And last one. Last one for sure this time. The Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. Okay. The Page of Pentacles is the student archetype, so you might be going back to school or learning a new skill, perhaps reading books, all those books that you bought and haven't read yet. Um, I I am guilty of this as well. I keep buying new books and then not reading them, but they're so beautiful. Um, anyway, The Page of Pentacles is innocent in a way, very youthful energy, very like youthful innocence. They are of the earth, so that you might be very connected to nature. Um, that beeping agrees with me. Um, you are probably, okay, you are probably learning about money right now, learning how to make money, how to save money, how to budget, how to spend, and what to spend on. And I think you're probably having a lot of fun with it. It might be kind of stressful, but you might be having a lot of fun being like, okay, I'm making money and I'm providing for myself. This is great. This is fun. That's the Queen of Pentacles energy too, about being like, you know what, I love money. I love making money. I make money moves. Um, although I know we're in like a huge recession right now, um, and money is tight for literally every single person, I feel like. But I feel like you are going to be able to make enough for yourself to be able to support yourself. Okay, let's clear these cards. Come on, help me. Okay. And we are going to look at your Ancient Stone Oracle card. Hagstone, Energy Shield, Protection, Inner Strength. All right, let's see what the book has to say. Hagstones are very magical. Let me know if you've ever found one. Uh, Hagstone. Hagstones or fairy stones are any type of stone that has a naturally occurring hole through it, caused by the action of water over very long periods of time. These stones are sought after, treasured, and revered for their magical properties, and are believed to offer protection to the person who holds them, wears them, or hangs or displays them in their home. They are also said to bring good luck. Many folk stories tell how hagstones have the capacity to act as a shield against negative energy and spells. The theory stems from an ancient belief about the power of water, whereby negative spells or magic lose their power upon meeting moving water. Since the hole in the hagstone was created by flowing water, the protection of that water remains within the stone, and whoever holds it is protected by it. The Hagstone card is one of protection. It appears because you are already protected in your life, or it's a call to take a moment to look at the ways you may be leaking energy or are the target of negative energy. This card isn't one to be afraid of, though. Instead, see it as a message from the stones to look at your foundations and tighten up any ways you may be leaving yourself exposed, so you can feel strong and secure as you go about your life. I call upon the Hagstone to protect me from any harsh energies that may be directed at me. Shield and protect me morning, noon, and night. I'm protected, I'm strong, I'm safe. Okay. And let us get into the charms. I'm not sure what's gonna come out, but we'll see. Okay. We have a melty clock, a dollar sign, $100 bill, the sun and the moon, a tree and a heart, and a gold ring, and a butterfly. Okay. Are we. Okay. So, we have money here. You are, like I said, making money moves. You're able to create abundance for yourself. We saw that in the Nine of Pentacles. You are finding a way to support yourself. Follow your intuition, follow your gut feelings, research those jobs, apply to what feels right. Know that you are qualified. I used to work at the writing center at my university, and I would help people with resumes a lot. And I would often find that people were kind of shy about sharing the work they've done. And it was really rewarding to be like, okay, what job did you have? What responsibilities did you have? What actions did you take in order to do your job? And then they would come up with a whole list of being like, well, I did this, I did that, I accomplished this, I boosted this skill. And I'd be like, okay, write that down. And then they would have like a full page when all of a sudden of like everything that they had accomplished and were good at. And I'd be like, look at you, man. Look at how special you are, how important you are, how qualified you are for what you're applying for. Um, uh, I think women might be a little bit more shy about that, in my experience, but take that with a grain of salt. Okay, and we also have time here with this clock, and it's melting. Um, you will find that when you relax, time stands still or time passes sweetly, and you find that you do have time to relax and have fun. You do have time to travel and have adventures. And you can have adventures locally as well, maybe looking into local events or festivals or fairs. Um, I'm seeing an art fair. We also have the sun and moon here with balance. Oh, and before I move on, the clock. There's a card in the Fairy Whispers deck that says it's called fairy time, and that fairy time is different from human time. We will weave more hours into joyous days and reduce the time in sad ones. And so you might feel that, and you might be garnering patience as well as you're waiting for your manifestations to come through. And now we have the sun and the moon here, and it looks like they are kissing. So a love connection might be coming in where you're sort of the moon to their sun, or vice versa, where you feel like you are quite balanced. You might be opposites in a way, but you might balance each other out. Paying attention to the moon cycles as well as the turn of the seasons, the wheel of the year, paying attention to holidays, the witches' sabbats. I am really bad at keeping track of that stuff, but it is, when I do keep track of it, it's pretty useful. um, and this gold ring, a commitment, marriage might be happening, um, cycles completing. Um, it's gold, so wealth is abundant here. And we have a tree here, so growth, and we can see its root system as well. I don't know if you can see, but you can see its roots starting at the bottom. This tree always makes me think of ancestry. Um, your ancestors are probably standing by you, keeping watch over you, protecting you, sending you love. Um, your your relatives. Now, this isn't going to resonate for everybody because not everybody is like cool with their biological family, but you might have relatives that do have your best interests at heart and are sending you love. Um, Also, paying attention to trees, tree magic, listening to the trees around you if you have trees where you live. Um, Maybe befriending some of the trees and like seeing what messages they have for you. Tree pose in yoga might be something that is very grounding for you. Um, Mountain pose as well, feeling your feet rooted to the earth, and envisioning envisioning roots growing from your feet down into the earth and feeling very stable and grounded that way, as well as being able to reach up with your leaves, so to speak, and bend and sway in the wind so you are rooted, but you are flexible as well. And we have the butterfly here, a symbol of change, of transformation, of going from a caterpillar to a beautiful winged insect that drinks nectar out of flowers. Um, so there is this element of beauty here. Um, yeah, a symbol of beauty. That's all I'm getting. So I think I'm going to end the reading here with the charms. I don't think I'm going to do the fairy whispers, but if you made it this far in the video, comment a clock emoji, or maybe the money emoji, manifest it, or whatever emoji of your choice. But I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi there, Pile 2. If you chose this Luffy action figure, then this reading is for you. So Luffy, his dream is to be the king of the pirates. And that means finding the One Piece, which is the treasure of the great pirate Goldie Roger. Um, he left it all in one piece, and so all the pirates are sailing the seas to try and find where he buried his treasure. Um, the king of the pirates is also the most free person and the person who gets all the meat at the feast. Um, um, and yeah, okay, so I don't know if you've seen in my taglines King of the E-Girls. That's a One Piece reference, King of the Pirates. Because I was like, when I was working on my sex work career, um, I was like, I want to be an e-girl. I want to make money on the internet. I want to wear those cute pink headphones. And I manifested that. And so that's what I do for work. I also go live playing Stardew Valley every Wednesday night with my boyfriend. If you wanted to see me game in all my e-girlness. But anyway, enough about me. Let's put him right there. Oh, Luffy. So we are going to put this card to the side, and we are going to get right into the tarot. These cards are kind of slippery. Okay, what is pile two's dream? What are they hoping to accomplish? Now, I think I said this in pile one and not the intro, but this is a general reading, so I'm not going to be able to get everybody's dream specifically, but I'll try to get the energy of what it is that you are hoping for and what you're working towards. Being an e-girl was one of my dreams, and I think that I have achieved it. And now my dream is to be a tarot card reader on YouTube and be successful. Thank you so much for 600 subscribers, by the way. You are helping me achieve my dream. Okay. The High Priestess, yes! Okay, I'm so excited. Okay. Number two, the High Priestess. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. And we have her with an oracle deck, and this is actually a reference to the oracle deck made by the author and artist, Amanda Lovelace and Janeda Medeiros, respectively. Um, um, but it's called Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle, and it has a crown on the back of the deck. I used it in my last reading, the Fairy Spirit Guide reading, and I've used it a bunch of times before. It's really good. It was my first oracle deck. Okay, so your dream has something to do with spirituality. With we have the moon phases here as well, and some crystals and some sparkles and a white cat, and the shirt says Divination Witch. So your dream probably has something to do with spirituality, of connecting to your higher self, connecting to your spirit guides, connecting to the moon, the earth, the ocean, the waves, and just feeling like at one with the universe and being able to achieve that spiritual fulfillment. You might want to make a living by being a witch, selling, like having an apothecary, like selling spells or tarot readings or potions, lotions, and more. You might want to own your own business in that way, you might want to own a business. uh, it doesn't have to be a witchy business, but you might want to be self-employed. Um, you probably have a lot of dreams and goals that you want to accomplish in your life, and you want to be able to manifest them. And so I think there's this self-belief and being like, you know what, I am powerful. I can create the reality I want around me. And we also have her on this bed with like this comfy headboard and these pillows. So there's this element of like being comfy, being luxurious, being like, I want a house, I want a home, I want a magical place that I can a sacred space that I can do my magic in. All right, let's look at your to-do list to help bring about this dream of yours. I'm gonna take this one. This Queen of Wands. Replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. Wearing this beautiful red dress, putting on red lipstick with sunflowers, or that might not be sunflowers, but they're like reddish orange flowers, and a black cat. So cats might be important to you. If you have one, let me know, like what their name is, what color they are, how much of a menace they are. I love cats, but I'm sadly allergic. But the Queen of Wands is passionate. She is creative. She is beautiful inside and out. She's able to create beauty. She trusts her gut feeling, her gut feelings. She is quite romantic as well. Let's see what else. So, embodying this queenly energy, being able to accept the fact that you are a queen, regardless of gender, that you have power, you have authority, your words matter, how you speak to yourself matters. Let's see. The Page of Cups in reverse. Let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. And the to do list here is to release pent up emotions. You might be bottling things up and it's going to explode eventually if you don't channel some of your emotions out now. Um, Journaling, seeing a therapist, creating art, exercising, going out into nature, um, talking with friends. This is all helpful to channel your emotions. I think I'm hearing journaling again, so getting all your thoughts out onto paper or your notes app on your phone is going to be really useful for you so you're not just like trapped by your thoughts and your emotions. You might struggle with moodiness, with mood swings, with the Page of Cups in reverse here. Going to a body of water, if that is available to you, if it's not, maybe drawing a bath for yourself, being able to submerge yourself in water might be really relaxing for you. All right, let's look at your strength. What I'm getting a lot of pressure on my head. So when your spirit guides communicate with you, you might feel it on your forehead. The Ten of Swords in reverse. I love this. Hurt people, and hurt witches hurt witches. Okay, so your strength is your mental fortitude. We have her stabbed in the back with these 10 swords, but in reverse, you're releasing that pain. The swords are falling out, and yes, you're left with 10 open stab wounds, so there's a lot of healing to be done here, but you are on the path of releasing a lot of this pain, worry, guilt, and shame, and releasing the hurt that you have caused others. If you are unable to make amends with them, being able to come to peace with it yourself and forgive yourself and move forward, a burning bowl ritual might be really useful for that. Hurt witches, and we've all been hurt before, and we have all hurt others before. Joanna Newsom, you have done wrong, others have done worse. And there's this feeling of like being human includes making mistakes. And I just realized that these cards like aren't symmetrical. Like the borders aren't symmetrical, but that is neither here nor there. Um, so your strength is this ability to make peace. You might be the peacemaker among your friends. You might be the mediator in your family as well. Maybe you're a middle child. So am I. But what does this bottle say? It says curse. Okay, yeah. So I think your strength is the magic you create. And that's like your sachets, your spell jars, your incantations, your manifestations, your divination, whatever it is that makes you feel magical, that like whatever spells you're casting. Bath magic might be really useful, candle magic, knot magic, KNOT magic with thread and yarn and stuff and ribbon. So I think your strength like is your magical practice. We do have the High Priestess here, so you are someone who is very magical. And if you, maybe you're a baby witch, I don't know how I vibe with that term, but like you've just had a spiritual awakening and you're like, oh yeah, magic is real. I can create it. I can make charms. I can make spell jars. I can create something that has magical significance that is leading me closer to my dreams. Um, all right, let's see what the helping hands are around you. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Live in a constant state of gratitude. And we have a little golden retriever here in their van. Um, so dog energy is here to help you. You could have a dog in real life, or you could have a fairy dog, a spirit dog, that follows you around and has your best intentions at heart and acts as a guard dog for you. So I think your helping hands are your spirit guides, your animal spirit guides as well. I think you have a lot of animals around you, so you could have a lot of pets, but I think you have a lot of spiritual animals around you as well. I'm just seeing a lot of different kinds of animals. I have a few animal spirit guide tarot reading videos. I'll link them in the description if that is something that interests you. All right, and we're gonna look at your weakness slash obstacles. The Six of Swords. All aboard witch, it's time to write a new chapter. Okay, so you might be very bad at allowing yourself to rest. You might be um, a go-getter, and you might. I'm also seeing body positivity here. Um, and I'm seeing a Tumblr post saying that you need to stop saying that fat people are just as beautiful as thin people. Fat people are more beautiful. So that might resonate um, with somebody here. But the Six of Swords is this card indicates travel. She has all these suitcases around her, and there's a boat going by, and it says all aboard. So the Six of Swords can also represent metaphorical travel as you move away from troubled times, as and this could be a physical move. You could be moving houses. You could be reaching your forever home if that's something that you're manifesting, that sacred space that you're hoping for. All right, let's see what else. You know I can't stop pulling cards. The Knight of Wands. Sometimes you have to be willing to bend the rules a little. Underneath the Queen of Wands. So you might have some masculinity in your gender expression. We have a fox on their shirt, so that might be an important animal for you. Foxes are smart, they're clever, they're tricksy, they're thieves, they're are they carrion eaters? Like I feel like they eat everything. Um, but they're very beautiful as well. So foxes might hold symbolism for you. And we have this knight sneaking out of a bedroom by candlelight. So there's this like, I'm hearing the word baddie. I'm hearing like, you know what? I'm not perfect, but I'm sexy. I am rich in health and wealth and my abundance, my joy, my happiness, my friends, my pets, the home that I create for myself. I am abundant. I appreciate the natural world around me. I connect with nature. I connect to my spirit guides. The Queen of Cups. Honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care, with Sea Witch on her t-shirt. So we have two queens coming out. So you are powerful. You are destined for greatness, I'm hearing. Um, you are. Hold on, I need water. The Queen of Cups is in control of her emotions. She is she might struggle with emotional mood swings, but she has learned to surf that wave and she is very powerful. She is balanced. She is incredible. She is compassionate and creative as well. So your creativity might be like reaching a new level of accomplishment. Anything you create and put into the world is making the world a better place. Your kindness is making the world a better place. Your spells are making the world a better place. And I think part of your dream might be to help people with your magic or to help people in general. And I think that is really honorable. The Two of Pentacles. When life gets too chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. And we have this witch juggling a sand dollar and a pentacle. With a sea lion in the water behind her. And what does her shirt say? Secretly a Selkie. Secretly a Selkie. Um, I love the fashion in all these cards. Like the clothes are just like poppin'. Is that the right way to use that word? I've never felt more like a nerd than when I said that. So You are very good at balancing work and home life, love and friendships, time with family, time with your pets, time spent cleaning and taking care of your space. I think you're really good at utilizing your time. Um, nope, backwards. Some people shuffle with the cards like face up like this, and I get too distracted. I can't do that. I need the backs of the cards. Plus I like it being a surprise what I choose. But nothing against that. Let me know if you shuffle cards in a special way. The Magician in reverse with Plant Parent on their shirt. You have everything you need to do anything you want with a bird on their shoulder, and then they have the four suits of the minor arcana: swords, cups, wands, and pentacles. This came out in reverse. So, you might know this already, but you are a very powerful manifester. You are able to manifest your every wish. You are a witch. In case you needed confirmation, this is it. You are a magical being. Um, and the energy you put out into the world gets echoed back to you. So if you're, okay, quick tangent, if you're putting out curse energy and feeling like the world has it out for you and everything you do is bad and you hate everybody and you send out a lot of hate, you're going to get that reflected back to you. If you put out the vibes of being like, I'm a badass bitch, and I put out love and abundance, you're going to get that reflected back to you. Not to say that nothing bad will ever happen to you because life just happens, but you might find, energetically speaking, what you put out gets reflected back to you. Now, I did another line of cards on pile one, so I think I'm going to try it. My throat is getting a little bit scratchy, so I might have to take a break and come back, but we are going to power through it for right now. The Five of Cups. Okay, that's a little I think this is a little dig at me a little bit of being like, "Oh, does your throat hurt? Oh no, are you going to have to take a break?" Um okay, spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Okay. So, I'm going to put that back. All right, I am going to take a break for my throat. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. What what else do we need to hear today? The Lovers, number 6. Will you or won't you? The choice is yours. Okay. This is a love of life as well. You are going to love the life that you have created for yourself. You might be falling in love with somebody, romantically speaking. This could be a love of friendship as well. But if you're looking for romantic love, this is a really good sign. The King of Wands in reverse. Shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. So we have the Knight, the Queen, and the King showing up all together. That's really interesting. So Wands is the element of fire. That's our creativity and passion, our gut feelings, our ambition as well. You could have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy in your chart. You don't have to, just take it as confirmation if you do. But the King of Wands in reverse, this could be a love interest, this could be a father figure. This King of Wands could be a paternal figure, that could be a teacher or a guide, a boss as well, someone of authority at your work. The King of Wands in reverse is tends to blow up at people, tends to be kind of like tunnel visioned into what it is they want. And they might give me, who is this King of Wands, please? The Five of Cups. Spill tea isn't the end of the world. Okay. I'm kind of glad this card came out again. So, this could be an ex as well. And like it says, spilled tea isn't the end of the world. This witch has 3 spilled cups, but 2 cups still standing. So not all is lost. Oh, and we have the sun on the back of the deck. Um, see. What else do we need to know about pile two's dream? The star, number 17, have faith that healing is in the forecast, and her crystal is lapis lazuli. The crystal for the lovers is rose quartz, and the crystal for the magician is labradorite. So the star is hope and optimism and magic. The star is very magical. You might be in the spotlight here soon, so hopefully you're okay with that. Attention is going to be drawn to you, and you will be shining for others to see. Your magic is going to be very potent. Okay, I'm hearing dancer. You might want to dance. You could be a dancer, and that's how you're in the spotlight. You could just have dance parties in your kitchen, as I often do. I think it's a great way to get exercise. But let's see, the star. The star is also a way to navigate yourself, right? Like we can think of the North Star. Once you find the North Star, you can navigate. You know what directions are where, and you can choose where to go. So the star is about finding your purpose as well. The Ace of Swords. Look at you. You're bursting with sparkly new ideas. Very interesting. Um, so we have it coming out over the Ten of Swords. There is healing happening here, a starting over of being like, I have hurt people before, but I have learned, and now I would never do that same stuff again. I would never do that again. I would never make those same mistakes. And that is a sign of growth, of learning, of becoming a better person, of being like, yes, I made some mistakes in the past, and I am very sorry for the hurt that I have caused. And I do my best to put out good into the world from now on. I think is a sign of a really mature person, someone who has lived life, someone who is very wise as well. Being able to learn from your mistakes is it's just like key as a person. You can't just keep making the same mistakes over again and keep hurting people. You have to learn and grow and harbor wisdom, right? The Four of Cups. Try not to be so picky, okay? And we have somebody sending back their coffee order over and over again. Um, this poor barista. I mean, like, is it right this time? Um, Let me know if you've ever been a barista. I was a barista for a few months, and it was pretty fun. It was stressful as hell, and I would come home and just start crying. But other than that, it was fun. It's rough out there, but so you might not be able to manifest your every wish right away. You might not be able to bring forth the abundance you so desire right away. You might be comparing yourself to others to be like, why can't I have that? They have that, why can't I? Which is, of course, they can have it, why can't I? I can do that. And like give yourself like a pep talk that way instead of being like, I'll never be able to do what they're doing or being very jealous. Jealousy is a tricky emotion, and I am right there with you. But um, give me a clarifier, please, for this Four of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Romanticize the present moment every chance you get. So you might be jealous of people's romantic relationships. And love, we have the lovers here. Love is coming for you. Ayo. But love is on its way for you. And so there's this need to be patient and to recognize the things you need to heal. This Ten of Swords, the things you need to heal. I think I said this already, but being by a body of water might be really healing for you. Um, I don't know why I did that. I don't know. It felt right. Um, if you're not near a body of water, like lakes, rivers, oceans, ponds, streams, creeks, um, try doing some bath magic, submerging yourself in water and seeing how that helps you. So, the Knight of Cups, you probably have a really big heart and you might wear it on your sleeve, which opens you up to hurt a lot easier. But your spirit guides are here to say that they love your big heart. They love that you want romance and they're like, it is coming for you soon. So, don't worry, sweet child. All right, and let's clear these. And let us pull out your Ancient Stones Oracle card. Alignment. It's coming together. Precision. Alignment. From Stonehenge in England to Newgrange in Ireland, and from the pyramids of Giza in Egypt to Chichen, Chichen Itza in Mexico, or maybe Kiken, I'm not sure. Across the world, you'll find temples, monuments, and stone circles built by ancient peoples in precise astronomical alignment with the sun and stars. The alignment card is a wonderful one to receive in a reading. It's a sign that things are really starting to sync for you, a physicalization of the flow that's coming into your life after a period of building. Oh my god, my doorbell just rang. It was someone who wanted to fix my roof. Okay. uh, let's see, where were we? A physicalization of the flow that's coming into your life after a period of building. It's likely you've been working toward this for some time, or that you've recently made some decisions that have started to have a real impact. Whatever you've been focusing on, the cosmos is aligning in your favor and things are beginning to click into place. Perhaps you've, okay, yes, that, okay. Confirmation of like that jealousy, that impatience, being like, it is coming faster than you think. Whatever you've been focusing on, the cosmos is aligning in your favor and things are beginning to click into place. Perhaps you've decided to focus on what really matters to you, making decisions from what feels congruent rather than what the outside world told you to do. Perhaps you've made some significant changes in your physical life to bring it into harmony with how you've changed on the inside. Your ideas, dreams, and visions are coming together. Your time has come. Congruence and alignment are here. Make the most of this moment. Celebrate and claim your space. Precision and attention to detail and claim your space, that sacred space we were talking about. Precision and attention to detail have manifested into the physical. It's time to take a step back, see what you've created, and appreciate the transformation that's occurred. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Let the harvest be here. I embrace all that I've created. I welcome flow, success, and ease. All right, let's get into the charms. Are we... Okay. Okay. We have a ghost, a fairy, and a lotus. So, you might have ancestors or passed on loved ones supporting you right now. Like, you might have ghosts supporting you. That's like, I don't know, kind of rocky message. Let me get a couple more charms. Okay, there we go. You might also need to banish some spirits with the ghost here. If they don't have your highest good in mind, you might have to cleanse out your space, your energy. You might live in a haunted house. I grew up in a haunted house, and it is no joke. So you might have the haunted background in D&D. We have a fairy here, so we have fairies guiding and protecting you. Be careful with how you work with the fae. I have a lot of fairy readings. If you are interested to see what messages the fairies may have for you. I just came out with one, Meet Your Fairy Spirit Guide. I'll link it in the description. But you might also be of the fae. You might have fairy ancestry, and your fairy ancestors are around you, supporting you, bringing magic into everything you do. We have the sun and the moon here, and it looks like they're kissing. I'll try and show you. They are in balance. They are lovers. Balance of masculinity and femininity. Um, paying attention to the seasons and the moon phases might be really useful for you. We have the turtle, slow and steady wins the race. We have the protective shell, being able to hide and protect yourself. Turtles can, they go pretty slow on land, but they can move quite fast in the water, um, if they're water turtles. And so there's that water again, right? So yeah, submerging yourself in water might be just like really useful for you. You might find clarity and peace and healing, and you'll hit that water and be like, "Oh my God, this is the relaxation that I needed." Speaking of relaxation, we have somebody meditating in a lotus here. So sitting cross-legged in this pose might be very restorative for you. If not, no worries. It's not a pose for everybody, but incorporating a meditation practice into your life might be really useful for you. Clear your mind, clear your anxieties and worries, focus on your breath, and just be present in the moment and relax. Um, this is also good for manifesting. And repeating affirmations to yourself might be useful as well. And we have a key here. What do we think this key means? What does this key mean? Scissors. Okay. So the key to your abundance is cutting cords with what no longer serves you. A cord cutting ritual might be really important for you. Getting rid of your anxieties and fears and self limiting beliefs and past hurts and heartbreaks. Being able to be like, I have lived a life and I have gained experiences and wisdom and knowledge from the life I have led, and I am good at being human. I am loving and kind and generous. I am also strong and I'm hearing the word manipulative. Everyone can be manipulative sometimes, but is that where I want to end the reading? Okay, I think I'm gonna end the reading there, pile two. Sorry to leave it on such like a weird note, but okay. If you have made it this far in the reading, thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and comment a ghost emoji, and let me know if you'd like to see anything else in the future. Thank you so much for being here. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi there, pile three. If you chose Zoro as your action figure, then this reading is for you. Zoro's dream is to be the world's greatest swordsman, and he uses the one, two, three sword style. He holds the third sword in his mouth. It's very silly, but very cool at the same time. He's also got 3 gold earrings. Maybe you have gold jewelry. But his dream is to be the world's greatest swordsman, and he, in order to do that, has to defeat the current greatest swordsman, Mihawk. I think it's Hawkeye Mihawk. Um, Dracula Mihawk, that's his name. Um, and he wants to defeat him and become the world's greatest swordsman. So, okay, we're gonna put this to the side and break out the tarot. This is the Cozy Witch Tarot, one of my favorite decks. I do recommend it for beginners. I just had a cherry pastry from Panera. It was so good. I love cherry. And pastries. Okay, so maybe you also like food. Maybe your dream has something to do with food. Okay, we'll see what, okay, what is pile three's dream? What is the potential outcome? The Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't like that one. What can we do to change it? Judgment in reverse. Okay. So, right now, you might have several blind spots, and you might not realize how much your words are hurting others or hurting yourself as well. The way that you talk to yourself is doing some damage, and you have to take a good hard look at yourself with judgment here and be like, is this the way I want to live? Like, with this anxiety and this like anger. What else? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, getting into balance. It's okay to cry. um, it's okay to admit that it has been really hard for you to balance all of your responsibilities, work and home, and doing the chores and friends and all of your responsibilities. It might be very difficult for you right now. Let's clear these. Oh, judgment just flipped upright. It says, all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So this is part of your journey. This is part of what is going to make you you and build your strength. And not to say it builds character, but it does kind of build character. And it's okay to make mistakes. All right. I'm going to shuffle one more time. All right, and they didn't even shuffle. Maybe your dream has something to do with public speaking or words of some kind with the Queen of Swords. Maybe you write poetry or novels or nonfiction. Maybe you're a journalist. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? The Queen of Swords. Okay, we're gonna take it. What does it say? It says, don't you dare lower your voice for anyone, and the sign on the table says book club. Okay. I'm being called to look at your ancient stones oracle. The healing stones, tenderness, care, gentleness, nourishment. Okay. That is exactly what you need. You need tenderness and care. You might be on the receiving end of some volatility right now. Um, there might be a lot of voices in your life that are putting you down, and I think it's time to put your shields up, set your boundaries, and be like, actually, you can't talk to me like that if you are in a safe position to do so. You get to choose how people treat you. I think you're someone who just wants peace as well. I think you want world peace as well as peace in your life, and you are a peacemaker. You might be a mediator. You might be a judge or work in the legal system, and you are like working for justice. You you might you might really like to read books. You might like to write. Might like to write. Um, I'm seeing these teacups here. You might really like parties as well. I think you have a dream of being a really good friend to people, of being the ear, the listening ear. Um, you might be a teacher as well. Um, you might be an archaeologist or a researcher. You might be a musician, a lyricist. You might be a politician. Your dream might be to heal politics in a way, of being someone who is good and fair and kind, being part of the lawmakers. Um, let's see, what is your to-do list? Two of them. Indecisive Witch with Two of Swords. Wake up. What is it that you truly want? And for the Emperor, being the authority of your own life comes with a lot. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. And his crystal is ruby, and we have her holding a compass with a crown of leaves. Yes, with a crown of leaves. Reminds me of the Green Man. So you are going to have to make a decision, and it says indecisive right on the card. You are probably struggling with this choice. You might be struggling with where you want your career to go. You might be like, I don't know where to put my time and my energy. All I know is that I want justice and peace for the world. You might be an activist. That might be your dream of being like, I need to make a difference in the world. I'm hearing journalism again. Um, and you might have to take that leap. You might have to claw away all of the anxiety and the indecisiveness and untangle your thoughts to be like, okay, what is it that I really want? What is it that I want to accomplish? What is my dream? I think you might be kind of confused with, there might be too many options, or it feels like you don't have any options. All right, let's read what the Queen of Swords says in the guidebook. 9-page Queen. Reversed. Tactful honesty does not come easily to this person. Remember, just because you think it doesn't mean you should say it exactly the way it pops. Okay, just because you think it doesn't mean you should say it exactly the way it pops into your head. Be firm in your stance, but don't be malicious unless it's absolutely called for. Okay. These cards are really related. We have indecision and then being the authority of your own life. You get to make the choices, you make the decisions. And so there's this like paralysis here of not being sure where to go or where to put your energy, but being sure that you want to be the one who chooses. Like you still want to be the decision maker. You just don't know what decision to make yet. All right, let's get your strength card. The Seven of Cups. Not every great option you're given will be a great option for you. We have all the different glasses to choose from. So allow yourself to daydream a little bit. Give yourself like an hour every day to like lay on the couch and just let your thoughts wander and see like what comes up of being like, I want to fall in love. I want to write a book. I want to be a political speaker. I want to be an interpreter, maybe, a translator. Um, and your purpose isn't always going to be what your occupation is. Your dream might be to be an honest person, to live a good and healthy life. And it might be that simple. It being like, I just want to be happy. Like, I want to make decisions that make me happy and be able to weather the bad times with a strong foundation. I want friends, I want parties, I want good food, good laughs, good sex. You deserve it. But we have we have two decision cards here. Three if you count the Emperor, but like indecision and indecision here with what cup to choose. You might be overwhelmed by choices. Especially like you might be like unemployed right now and like looking for where to go next. Um, But like I said, your life's purpose isn't always going to be your occupation. You might draw a lot of your personal worth from your career, but life isn't all about work. Life is, like I said, food, laughter. I'm hearing dance as well. So something about parties and dancing and music. Um, you might not believe in your own voice. You probably have a really nice singing voice, and you might not believe in it, but I'm sure you do. Your helping hands is the Seven of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. Two sevens here might be a lucky number for you. The Seven of Pentacles is about, in a reverse, is about impatience and being like, I just want to eat my fruit now. I've been growing it for so long. I just want it to be harvest time now. And the Seven of Wands in reverse is like you still have to wait some more. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, I mean. Um, but it is growing. Look at all these plants, all this vitality. There is abundance here. Be kind to yourself and the work you've already been doing, you should celebrate. Even if you're not at the level where you want to be yet, you're still at a pretty good level. And you have this power. We have a queen and an emperor. You have all this power, and you might not even realize how important you are. If you are in a job right now, you might not even realize the authority you have over other people, how seriously people take your words, right? And your weakness slash obstacles. The King of Wands. Shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. You might have trouble processing the power that you have. It might be difficult for you to understand how your words might hurt others. You can, like, your voice matters. Your voice is so important. People listen to you, people pay attention to you. Um, People want to be like you as well, and it might make you feel like kind of uncomfortable to realize that you're leading by example, and realize that you have people looking up to you, and you might not like want that power. We have the Emperor here as well, so you might not be expressing your masculinity enough, and you might want to experiment with the clothes you wear, the way you walk, the way you do your hair, your gender expression, suffice it to say. You might want to luxuriate in your own masculinity. Everybody has both feminine and masculine and androgynous energy within them. I'm hearing the androgynous divine. The sun, number 19. Give yourself permission to experience joy. Oh, yes, I love this. We have lots of sunflowers. The sun is, and we have little bumblebees here too. The sun is about joy. It's pure and simple. So I think you know what decision you want to make. You can take the blindfold off and see which way you want to go. And you want to go the way that is going to bring you joy, and you will find that place. Um, Taking walks, getting out into nature might be really useful for you. Um, Maybe sunflowers or picking flowers, smelling the flowers might be really useful. I'm allergic to flowers, but I do love them. I'm allergic to a lot of things, but yeah, whatever decision you make is going to lead you to more joy, more happiness, more fulfillment, fulfillment in your career, fulfillment among your friends as well. The sun also represents your inner child, or having children if that's something you want in your life. That's a good sign. Um, let's see what else. But yeah, what the decision, like, go with your gut feeling. All right, this one wants to come out. Toxic witches, number 15, the devil. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Okay, so these might be people at your work, and we have witches with two full cups and this witch with an empty cup because they have been drained. Um, and they have bats on their sweaters, kind of like energy vampires. Um, this could be a work situation where you feel like you're surrounded by energy vampires. This could be a friend group. The devil talks about being trapped, and it's like you don't have to stay at this party. If they're ignoring you and you're feeling like garbage, like you can leave. It is fully within your power to leave this situation, whatever it is. Let's see. The Six of Swords, all aboard which it's time to write a new chapter. Literally, okay, you can leave and write a new chapter. Look, she's got all of her bags packed. There's a boat. She is ready to get the hell out of Dodge and move forward to a kinder tide. Um, Rest is also indicated here. So if you have been drained, taking time to literally lie down, physically lie down and close your eyes and take a rest. You can take a nap in the middle of the day, making sure you're going to bed at a good time and hopefully you're sleeping through the night. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? You might be afraid of expressing your passion because you might have had a habit of getting really excited and tunnel visioned and then hurting people around you without realizing it, which I have definitely done in my life. I would get really excited about something, an idea, like in a group project, and not realize that the other people didn't want to do my idea or were like kind of overwhelmed by how passionate I was getting when it didn't really matter because it was just a school assignment. That is a look into my life. That is like a mistake I have made. Um, so you might have had um, a similar experience where your passion sort of blinds you to what the people around you are asking of you or what they need. So making sure that you're paying attention to people's boundaries, paying attention to how people react to you. um, Not the people who are like draining you, or taking more than they give, or being mean to you, like putting you down. People like that, you do need to set boundaries with. But if it's just like your friends that are like, hey, we didn't like it when you acted like this, it's okay to listen and be like, oh, I'm sorry. This is what was happening from my perspective, but I understand how that could be painful on the other side of things. So being able to live your life with authenticity and being able to express or admit when you have done wrong. Um, Especially when it's your friends, right? Because you want, and like the good friends who have your best intentions at heart. And we are all going to hurt each other a little bit sometimes. We all make mistakes. And you have to grow from them and learn from them and be like, well, I would never do that again. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Pause and savor the results of your success. Yes, I was just talking about laying down. In reverse tells me that you have cultivated a lot of internal abundance within yourself. So you might be very aware of what makes you tick, very aware of your mental health and your emotions and how to ride that wave. You might be really good at self care too. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Be ambitious, chase your every dream. Ooh, in the dream reading. Um, so we have the Knight of Swords coming out over the Two of Swords in reverse. So even if you want to, and we have the Ace of Cups in the back of the deck right now. Even if you want to have a career that deals in words, it might be hard for you to express yourself sometimes. It might be hard for you to find the words. You might go nonverbal sometimes. Um, and that's okay. Um, if you do go nonverbal, maybe texting or on your notes app, being able to say what it is that you can't say out loud might be a trick that you can use. But even if so, so you might want something that is kind of difficult for you naturally, but that's okay to still want it. You can still be this Queen of Swords. You can be this Knight of Swords, someone who is able to express themselves with words. Maybe you really like learning languages. Like I said, you could be a translator or an interpreter, um, which would be really cool. Um, so there's this energy of being like, yes, this is difficult for me, but this is what I want, so I'm going to work towards it. Which that internal strength, that determination is really admirable, pile three. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, what an abundant opportunity. Okay. So starting a new, okay, having a new start within your own body. Being able to, okay, there's a couple things this could mean. This could be a new height of pleasure that you're able to bring yourself. This could be you looking at how you exercise, how you eat, how you sleep, how you take care of your skin and your hair. Um, I'm hearing eyes, how you take care of your eyes. Maybe it's time for glasses or contact lenses, I suppose. The Two of Cups. Some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. Yes, okay, so we have the toxic witches here and then the Two of Cups here. So some people, like it says, are just the pumpkin to your spice. Some people you are just going to get along with and they're going to understand when you get too passionate about something and they're going to be able to be like, "Hey, da 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 da, stop it," basically. Um um you want those people in your life, not people that are putting you down out of turn, but people who are able to say, hey, this is something toxic about you, or like this is something you're doing that is hurting me. You want people to be able to say the truth to your face, right? Not in a way to put you down, like I said, but in a way that like a caring friend would. And this could also be a love connection as well. The Two of Cups is very romantic. Good luck charm, number 10. If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell with an acorn necklace. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Its crystal is amethyst, and the crystal for Toxic Witch is a smoky quartz, and the sun is imperial topaz. Sometimes things don't go your way. What is it? What does it say? If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. Okay, so like it says, if nothing is going your way, maybe it's time to take a look at magic and be like, okay, is there any way I can channel the energy of like what I want into something Page of Swords. Okay, with a little library, you might really like the words. The words are really important to you. Um You, how do I want to say this? You have power. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of spiritual power. You might not realize it, but you are casting spells as you go about your day. And if you get yourself a witchy book or a blog or something, like you can look at witch talk sometimes. Um, Try out a spell. Try it. See what happens. See, like, take notes about like what changes in your life, if anything. Um, Channeling your energy into something physical like a charm, or a spell jar or a knot, or something like that. I can always do better on my spells. I'm kind of a lazy witch, but channeling your energy into something physical, making a charm, might be really, really useful for you, and it might kickstart your witchy adventures. And it'll open up. Okay, I'm gonna clear these cards, and I'm gonna pull a couple more to see like once you start admitting to yourself that you're a very magical being and taking that power into your own hands. I want to see what's gonna happen for you. So let me shuffle a few times. As I shuffle, let me say thank you so much for watching. Let me know if any of the messages resonated. This turned into kind of a personal reading for me. uh, okay. So once you start accepting how powerful you are, what is going to happen? Let's see. 4 cards. King of Wands again. 9 of Pentacles again. 10 of Pentacles. And Justice. Okay, having it all looks different to everyone. Stick to your truth and everything will turn out just fine. Okay, so yes, this witchcraft is an expression of your truth. Look, they have a witch hat and a cloak here. Um, and a sword of truth here with the justice scales. Um, his crystal is jade. His crystal, it doesn't have to be a him, but the card's crystal is jade. And I love this Ten of Pentacles. Having it all is having 10 black cats, and they're so happy. I would love 10 black cats. OMG. I love cats so much. You are going to be able to accept your power, and you are going to find yourself very inspired more often. And you will find that the more you do, the more energy you have, especially if you're doing spells to create more energy within yourself and inspiration. You will find that your power grows and grows. You will be able to, if you've been in a slump, like in an energetic slump, and you've just sort of like been rotting in your bed, or on the couch, you'll find that like as you put forth energy to create a spell, it'll like this one refill your cup a little bit, and then you'll be able to relax more efficiently as well. And then 10 of Pentacles, financial abundance here, having it all. In whatever way that looks for you is within your grasp. And look at this. It's like an experienced witch after all this with this hat and the cloak. And this could be literally mentioning like the legal system, the justice system. You will get your fair outcome. This could also be you making judgments about the people that can stay in your life and those who need to go. We did have those toxic witches down here. And we have a little puppy here as well. Okay, I just wanted to take a quick look to see what changes you might see in your life. If you do start like a witchcraft practice or like energy work or Reiki or anything like that, let me know how it's going. Okay, so we have the healing stones: tenderness, care, gentleness, nourishment. Okay. Stones have long been used in healing rituals by cultures across the world. When warmed, they can provide comfort and restoration for our aching bodies, and some traditions revere certain stones themselves for their magical healing qualities. The seemingly hard and harsh substance has the capacity to provide warm, gentle, magical, tender care. The Healing Stones card is, of course, the healing card of this deck. Maybe you're in the process of healing something physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. This card appears for the reader as a sign that deep rest and healing are in progress. progress. It comes with an invitation to say yes to your healing and to trust the process. It's also a message for you to prioritize your body, mind, and soul above all else, to treat yourself with tender care, to replenish, to nourish, to go gently. How can you slow down your pace to that of the stones? How can you prioritize your body, mind, and soul? I choose to go gently and treat my body, mind, and soul with tender care. Okay, and let's look at the card a little bit. Collecting stones. Maybe you're a collector of stones, like when you go out for nature walks, you find cool stones and you bring them home. I was also thinking of like hot rocks massage. Getting one of those might be really nice for you. All right, and we are going to move on to the charms. Oh, we got a lot. Okay. The sun and moon charm came out for every group, and we have a ghost over here. That's interesting that it like is separated from the rest of them. I'm going to keep it that way. Okay. I want to start with the sun and moon charm. It is a symbol of balance, and it does look like they are kissing a little bit. So lovers are represented here, maybe opposites attracting, being the sun to somebody's moon and vice versa. Um, Paying attention to the moon phases as well as the cycles of the year, the seasons, the turn of the wheel. Um, and you could look at deities as well, Apollo and what's her name? Artemis. I was gonna say Diana, but that's like the Roman one. Um, so maybe deities. We have this lotus here, so maybe adding a meditation practice into your day might be really useful for you. Maybe just sitting cross-legged and listening to your breathing for a little bit. I think it's called Ujjayi breath, the ocean breath, where you constrict the back of your throat to make a noise. So it goes, if you could hear that. That it's like a yoga breath practice, might be really useful for you. Um, this key, you are unlocking secrets. You are unlocking the key to your heart. You had all that indecision come in, and you are finding the answer soon. I think as you strengthen your witchcraft practice, what you want is going to appear, like is going to manifest before you, and you will have the key to accept it and turn the little lock. Okay, we have a broom here, so cleansing your space. Witchcraft is represented here, which is besom. But this is cleaning out the old to make way for the new, physically cleaning your space, as well as energetically cleansing. And we have the scissors here, cutting cords, maybe with those toxic witches we saw, being able to say, this relationship is like actively hurting me and I need to leave it. That takes a lot of bravery to admit to yourself, a lot of courage. A cutting cord ritual might be really useful for you. Um, we have a mushroom here, so maybe you imbibe a little bit. I also think of fairies with the mushrooms. Mushrooms are, you can think of the mycelium network as well. They're this foundation of communication within the forest floor. Um, Mushrooms, like, they can turn detritus into like good earth, I think. Right? Maybe I don't know as much about mushrooms as I thought I did. Maybe watching Fantastic Fungi. I've watched it, but apparently I haven't retained enough knowledge enough to speak about it. But mushrooms are the reproductive organ of the fungus. So there's this element of like sexiness, maybe. And we have this ghost here in the corner. So you might have, okay, there's a couple ways to interpret it. Part of me wants to say that you might need to use this broom and like sweep away. All right, sorry, I got really distracted there. Sweep away negative energy or negative entities that are draining you. And so doing cleansing and banishing rituals. This could also be your spirit guides on the sidelines cheering you on and like not wanting to interfere too much, like your ancestors not wanting to interfere too much in what it is you're doing because you're doing a really good job already. But so it could be either of those two things. So that is where I'm going to leave you, pile number three. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, comment a little mushroom down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment or a subscription, and I'll see you next time. Bye!